the Can We Talk podcast, episode 19.
19.
We have almost hit our 20th. 20th?
Yeah.
Raven will be back hopefully next week. It's been about a month since she's been out with her injury.
Seems like longer.
It does, right? Was it more than a month?
I think it has been. It's been a while.
It's definitely been a while.
We miss you, Raven.
We definitely do. Of course, I have Brittany Hill in the building.
Hey.
And we're going to talk about stage 5.
Don't. I don't even think we have a sound for how I feel.
It's not the money one for sure.
Yeah.
So, Austin, Texas, I can't say among, but Texas in general has entered stage 5 of COVID protocol. So, from what I'm reading, don't quote me, even if you've been vaccinated fully, masks are absolutely necessary now.
Yes.
You don't have a choice anymore. Those anti-vaxxers, I'm not one, but I haven't got it, so I guess I am one, kind of. But as far as, changes go, as far as COVID and things like that, like what are your thoughts? Like, what do you think should happen? What's necessary at this point? Because people have gotten it. There's new variants that are coming up whenever so. What are we supposed to do?
So I've always felt like, I did, I think last time we talked about, I had gotten my first dose. Mm-hmm. So I got my second dose, so I am fully vaccinated. However, I still don't trust people. So I 100% agree with keep your mask on. Keep your mask on. I feel like even for myself, even in the upcoming years, maybe 5 years down the road, I'm still going to wear a mask going to the grocery store, but just because I don't trust people. People are nasty, but that's just me. But as far as COVID, yeah, like I am all for locking people down because I feel like people don't know how to act. People, to be honest, you can. So right now, from what I've seen on the news and stuff, is everything is a recommendation. They haven't mandated anything yet, so everything is a recommendation. Fully vaccinated people should still wear their mask. That's kind of what they're saying, but
Absolutely.
They're not. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
you can't really decide who is and who isn't. Like,
yeah, there's no way to tell.
I mean, there's not like.
But I know I work with people. I know people that like. They're walking around and don't have their mask on, and it might be little stuff, right? Like lenient, right? So I'm gonna walk to the bathroom real quick without my mask, but still, it's that spreads. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll be I'm going to, but I can't. That's why I just gotta back it away. Tone my tone. So. Yeah, it's just going to continue, and so I just feel like to alleviate any issues, just lock people down for a little bit. I kind of feel like we didn't stay locked down long enough before.
No, for sure. I think it was one of those things like the numbers were coming down. It was like, all right, mask off, everybody, do whatever you want. When like we should have just kept that trend from probably the end of the year.
Longer, yeah.
And then see what the new year looks like, because doing that halfway through the year, you're probably not going to get the most accurate numbers.
Right.
In my opinion. But hey, I'm not the governor.
So what does it look like for you? If you were the governor,
mm-hmm.
what... And looking at the numbers, I also have a friend that's a nurse, and she actually posted on her social media. She was like, if you guys get sick, don't come to the hospital because we're out of beds. So numbers are going up, hospitals are running out of beds. If you were the governor, what would you do?
Honestly, I'd start by shutting down the movie theaters. Let's get them shits out the way. What's the point of a movie theater during COVID? Sit your ass at home and watch the goddamn movie.
Going to the movies?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't be out like that. I don't be paying attention to it.
Well, I'm grateful that I live next to a movie theater, and it's always full.
That's crazy. I had no desire. So I had already slowed down the movies prior to COVID, But I really had no desire to go back to the movies after
Absolutely.
COVID.
I have no want to go to the movies. Like,
I mean, we have so many streaming platforms. I can't keep up with the shit I have. Like, so much stuff comes out. There's, you can bootleg stuff. Like, I mean, what's the need? I'm gonna save my money. Give me a little popcorn here. I'm gonna set up some snacks here. Like, but that's just me. But whatever, to each his own, I guess.
no,
But
for sure.
so you're gonna shut down the movie theaters first,
Shut
and then
down the movie theaters. If you're not from Texas, you can't come to HEB. That's something for sure I'm doing. As HEB is a staple of the state. Therefore, you don't have no business going to HEB. Go to Walmart. That's what you used to.
okay.
And that's to keep Texas safe, you know what I mean? And then just having masks on. Like, I just don't understand what the, like,
What the big deal is?
yeah, because I've been seeing a lot. Well, I never saw videos like prior to like when this stuff first started happening. I never saw the Karen videos, as they call them, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I never
They
saw
out there.
that, and now I'm seeing tons of them, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
they out there.
they
They
outside
wildin'.
crazy.
Yeah. To me, I don't feel like there's an issue. And actually, I do know there have been quote unquote Karen situations. My dad even had to go through some people, where he works, when the mask was mandated. He would have to, people try to come into the building and they'd be like, oh, I have a medical condition. And he's like, okay, well, this is not the policy here, blah, blah. But even he had to, go toe to toe with some people that didn't want to wear the mask. To me, I don't feel like it's, maybe, I don't want to speak for everybody. Maybe there are some conditions that kind of, it's hard for people to breathe or whatever
Absolutely.
the case may be. But I think the majority of people just don't like people telling them what to do. I think that's what it boils down to. I think it's a ego, like, you can't tell
me
me
what to do.
that I have to wear a mask. I think that's the biggest thing for a lot of people that are with the pushback. To
I
me.
agree with that too. Like, I think I saw one video and I think it was like a bunch of people in front of a grocery store, and it was like mask only, and they were like, "We can't shop. This is our right to shop." And I'm just like, honestly, that's not the truth. like no private business has to allow you in there. Just because they do it and you grew up on that means
It's kind of like the no shirt, no service, no shoes, no shirt, no service, no mask, no service. Like, they have the right to do that.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah, it's not the right. Like, every majority, unless it's like, well, I'll even say like a little mom and pop shop is probably not government mandated, but like our private business. But like any private business has the right to like not allow you in.
Yeah.
Like, that's privilege.
Yeah.
At the highest level.
Yeah, it's wild. I'm for it. Shut us down. I can save some money.
Shut us down, but be prepared. Like, don't let the same shit happen like it happened the first time. Like, we need toilet paper, we need paper towels, we need soap, we need that.
Yeah.
Shut it down, but make sure you're prepared to shut it down.
So, too, I actually saw the news before before I got over here, and it was saying, so, fully vaccinated, wear your mask when you're going to the grocery store, wear your mask when you're in group settings and stuff like that. And it was saying unvaccinated or partially vaccinated, pretty much don't leave the house. Is what it was saying. It said don't attend gatherings, don't go to the grocery store, order your stuff.
To go?
Yeah, like, what do you call it when you order the grocery shop?
Like curbside.
Yes, curbside. So it pretty much said, y'all stay at home if y'all are unvaccinated or partially vaccinated. So, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like people don't listen. So I don't know how it's going to go. I think in order to, sometimes you guys just have to put your foot down. So I think the governor, the mayors are going to have to put their foot down for anything for numbers to start going down. That's what's going to happen, because it's out of control right now.
I was really wanting to go to an Austin FC game in the near future, but when I seen that it's open, like the stadium is completely open,
My
full capacity, I'm just like,
coworker went yesterday.
nah. Yeah.
He went yesterday. He in the queue right beside me. Now we're gonna have to quarantine you to your queue.
Like, no, like I'm okay. Like, I don't need to be in there that bad to where like, and it's like seat to seat. Like, you're like this close. Like,
Yeah,
you don't have
they're pretty
space.
close.
You don't get to choose who you sit by
Yeah, they're pretty
and what
close.
they do when they do it.
He did say it was actually a good game though. They won.
Barely. It's
They
13.
won.
But they're still like the worst team in the MLS.
Yeah.
So
And that's what he was saying when he went. But he wanted to experience the soccer game. But he was happy that the game that he went to, they actually won and scored.
my boss actually went, and she told us this morning. But what happened? Oh, you want to be on the pod?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Come be on the pod.
Nope.
Come say hi.
Hi.
Come say hi on the mic. Come say who you are.
Hi.
Come here.
No.
We're gonna get Robin on the podcast eventually, guys. We are. And she's gonna be on the food show that we'll talk about later. But at this point, once again, it's stage 5, COVID, Texas, Austin. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Sit your ass at home,
Put on your mask.
put on your mask, and relax.
Chill out.
Chill
Outside
out.
ain't going nowhere.
It's not.
It's gonna be
All the things you were doing before COVID, you can do them after, kind of. Or after, whenever after is.
Yeah. I think I just expected people after the year that we've had, well, like 18 months, year and a half that we've had, I just felt like people would move a little bit different, you know?
Yeah.
It's surprising to see how reckless some people are. Like these festivals, I feel like these festivals are popping up out of nowhere. Like it's some of these joints I ain't even never heard of, and
it's a
and
bunch
they
of people
outside,
waiting. There's
like
people
big.
waiting.
Like when I see it, I see COVID rubbing his hands like Birdman. You know, that is what I see when I look at these festivals. Like, what the hell? Like, y'all give 0 fucks about life right now. Like that. Like y'all are like playing with your life. It's crazy. That's how I feel. And then I think too, like, you know, we had a couple of guests shared that they had COVID, you know, and even some of their experiences. I mean, these people are young, you know, in their 20s, and they talked about how serious, you know, not being able to breathe some days, you know, not having family there to help them, you know, like
Absolutely.
it's so serious. Like I think some people are like, oh, you know, it's like having a cold, but then you don't know how it's going to affect your body. So I feel like some people downplay it, and you know, I just think that everybody just be safe out there. Even, you know, people are going to live their life completely. You know, not taking shots at anybody. Live your life, but just be safe in the process. You know.
Absolutely.
That's my little spiel. You know, I get on my mom's soapbox sometimes. That's my little spiel. Be careful. Wash your hands. Put on your mask.
Wash your hands, put on your mask. This is like hand sanitizer. Like everyone should have it at this point. It's overstocked
Right.
now. Like it's overstocked. And when it first started, not to even go back to the past, so we've had these conversations multiple times, but like just to see the hand sanitizer out, just like y'all ain't have it on hand already. Like y'all didn't already have
Y'all
it.
out there just dirty-handed
Yeah, y'all just out here doing whatever you want.
with them bare hands. I don't understand.
What did I
Got to
say
do
about
better.
so Rob, I think we were supposed to go. We were about to go to this HEB. She didn't have her mask. I was like, "Damn, you gonna go all face raw?
Right.
You raw facing?"
When you raw facing in the store, you bold. And I'm gonna sit right here.
Moral of the story, guys: don't go out there raw with your faces. It's crazy.
Yeah, and yeah, no raw face, no bare face, none of that. Mask up, strap up,
Be careful.
be careful. You know, Texas, it may be coming. We may be locked down soon, so y'all just
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure
And
it
don't
out.
take all the toilet paper.
Please.
Because I be at work and then I be trying to go to the store after work and stuff is gone. And just, for the essential people, it ain't what it is.
Funny story. When we get to something else, at the beginning of the pandemic, my job, like when all the toilet paper was gone, my job sent an email out saying, "Y'all don't have to steal our toilet paper."
People were stealing it? Oh, wow.
It was wild. I'm like, this is the wildest email I've ever received in my life.
That's crazy. And then usually jobs don't even have good toilet paper. So that's when you know you out bad.
Mm-hmm.
When you down bad, when you gotta take toilet
Sandpaper.
paper, yeah, from work. Cause that's how you know you're doing bad.
Facts. I'm just mad people got to it before I did. I was confused. I was like, I was gonna steal it. I had a whole plan. It was crazy. It just didn't work.
Got to be more careful.
All right, so there was something or some things you wanted to talk about that I can't remember in general.
So, speaking of kind of being outside and festivals and all that, cancel culture is not allowing the baby
Not
to
babies.
yeah, babies. I got my babies mixed up. Not allowing the baby to attend
Several
lots
festivals.
of festivals. I think it was up to 8 the last time that I saw. He just recently got canceled from ACL. That was
I
one
didn't
of
know
the.
that was still happening.
Yeah, they outside. I got a couple coworkers that have tickets. It might not. I think it's in October. Yeah, he got canceled from the iHeartRadio festival. It's quite a few.
I wonder if, like, I mean, cancel culture in general is really a bunch of bullshit, and I think that people don't really understand what that even looks like for an actual artist. Because I wonder if, like, if you're out wild and saying whatever you want, right?
Okay.
I'm sure there's something built in your contract. So even if you're not on stage, you're probably getting paid. And people don't talk to that.
What are you talking about? Like
if there's probably nothing in his contract that says if I say something wild, y'all can terminate my contract and not pay me.
like you're talking about like for these shows. Mm-hmm. So you think
I think he's still gonna get paid something, 1,000%.
if he gets canceled? Oh, that's a good point. I never thought about it like that.
Because that's why cancel culture is so toxic. It's only because people don't even know what the fuck's going on. Like, so there was some actor that did some wild shit. I don't remember the name, right? But his contract had no stipulation in there about, like, if he said something racist, or there's nothing in fine print that says that. If he says something that's racist, makes someone feel a type of way, you can not be on the show, but you still have to pay me. You know that, right? Like, if you have a good lawyer and you have a good
they
contract,
probably can fight that. They probably can fight that.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So
Hopefully his contract, is set up that way. If not, he is out a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying. And a lot of these venues pay them in advance. People don't just show up and like, here's your check.
Yeah,
you got that weeks in advance.
Or some of it. I know like clubs and stuff do that. I don't know how big venues and festivals do. Mm-hmm. They'll give you like pay you half of it in advance or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I do feel like this generation's cancel culture is tough. They are quick to cancel you for damn near any and everything. Like, and I get it. So for me, the baby thing, I just felt like he was reckless in the stuff he said. I don't understand the point. Like, I'm like, what did that have to do with anything? I just didn't understand the point to what he said. And it's not just the homophobic thing, right? Even if you take the homophobic piece out of it, I still feel like, what the fuck was, like, why? I just did, when he said, women, put your cell phone lights in the air if your pussy smell like water. I just don't understand the purpose. I don't understand if it was going into another song, but I just feel like there's other things that could have been said. Way better things.
Looking at it as a message, like he was trying to address a crowd of like positivity, because that's not what it was. He's at a festival. Everyone's turned the fuck up. Like, it's just he's just talking shit. It's although it was wrong. Like if you talk shit, like whatever. I'm not saying like what he said was cool. Whatever. But like you're turned up. Like you're at a fucking festival. Like you probably off some things. Just try to like because you're in front of a stage with hundreds of thousands of people.
I don't know. I've been to festivals. I've been to shows, and I just don't remember anybody saying like just
you ain't been to
toxic.
a DMX concert.
No, I've never been to DMX concert. I just don't remember people saying toxic, derogatory things. You know.
That's. I'll be honest. That's normal. Like that's at a festival. Probably a lot of times at festivals too. Like
and I seen the baby. He didn't say that when I was in San Antonio. He did not talk like that.
How long ago was that?
It was the year before COVID. So 2019.
He's a whole different artist now.
3 years?
He's a way bigger artist now.
I mean, he had his song with Meg and all that. Like he was doing his thing this before. No, I ain't gonna go there. I mean, so it was a pretty big platform. We saw him at Malaluna Festival. I don't know.
But if that's the case, right, and he's not like, regardless of whatever, like. He said, if this is not how he acts at every festival, and this is like a one-off, or this is just he was turning up, doing some crazy shit, just being crazy, and I'm sure the crowd reacted positively to what he was saying, even though they probably didn't really recognize what he said, but they may have
not heard it.
You know what I mean?
Or it was probably people that did were probably like, did he just say what the fuck I think he just said? Like it's probably
a festival, let's say, and then try to cancel him. So I don't believe in cancel culture. Like that's a herd mentality thing. Like I don't believe in it. I think that's why I think it's scary for the youth now because they believe that shit. They think if they get canceled, it's over for them. But it's not the truth.
I don't necessarily feel like your whole life is canceled, but I do feel like you take a hit.
Oh, yeah, you're going to take a hit. Yeah. But I'm saying people who are sitting on the internet bashing this person, they actually don't believe he's going to make money. Like they're
yeah.
People gotta relax.
So I didn't take it. When I think of cancel culture, I don't even think about it like you're done. You know, I guess that's the intent behind it for some people, but I don't feel. I just call it cancel culture because that's what they call it. But I do definitely think his career is gonna take a hit. He may even come back. You know, it's kind of.
Has not left. Like I think I read something today. Like several, like I can't pronounce the whole LGBTQ thing. Plus.
Yep.
I can't say it fluently. But I think a ton of organizations reached out to him.
Yeah, I did see that.
You know what I mean? So like, it's you can't be. Canceled really to me it means that you're done. Like you can't say canceled.
You know what's crazy too is I can't remember what artist said it, but there was an artist or somebody said even bad publicity is good publicity because now people are talking about you, right? Your name is all in the streets,
and people are going to go listen to you to hate you.
And right, because they did that for Cardi. And right after he said that, so which this could have been a part of the plan, but he dropped a music video, and in the music video there was an HIV reference. So I don't know if it was a part, maybe it didn't go like he wanted. I don't know, but it could have been a part of the plan too. You know, like he knew that was coming. That video was already shot. You know what I'm saying? Before all that stuff happened. So
yeah, he's good to go. Like,
yeah, I think he said he only wanted to do one more year anyway. So
if Tory can allegedly shoot Meg in the foot and still make music, he's good to go.
But he's not the same. But his career's not the same. I don't feel like it was. He is
the baby.
No. I'm talking about Tory as far as after all that because he lost a lot of.
Tory's still out here making hit records and getting big.
He does, and I listen to Tory. I fucks with Tory, but I feel like it's even like the whole Chris Brown situation, right? Like I feel like Chris Brown's career took a hit. Is he still a major big ass star? Yes. Could he have been bigger if that whole situation didn't go down with Rihanna? I think so. I just think you take a hit. It doesn't always. I just, with
Did Michael
situations.
Jackson take a hit with his allegations?
I think so. He was still big. You still had people
I
that
don't think he's any bigger with or without the allegations.
I think so, because there's still people who he lost endorsements. He lost, so you're still losing. You know what I'm saying? He lost people backed him that once backed him. Yes, you still have your day one fans, but I feel like you still take a hit when situations like that happen. In my opinion. So, I don't know. It's crazy, but the baby, good luck to him.
He's fine.
He got a baby coming.
He's perfectly fine. Like he's fine. Like maybe all the social media stuff's getting on his nerves, but he's fine.
I don't even think it's getting on his nerves because he was at Disney with his kids. Yeah.
I mean, it's getting on his nerves. He's apologized like 7 times.
His team.
That
was his team because I read it and that don't even sound like no shit.
It was more than twice.
Well, the long written letter that I read didn't even sound like some shit he said. That's his team.
The second one doesn't count though.
That's all part of a PR team. You need a team.
Yeah, the team got him.
No, not that.
He was definitely
his apology.
Oh yes.
His apology.
He said fuck y'all.
His apology, basically.
Yeah, he first said he's apologizing for the HIV statement, but the LGBTQ community. Fuck y'all. That's what he said.
What he should say is, I don't even think it's that community that's having the problem with him. Like honestly, like from what I've seen, like I don't think he offended those type of people, like who are secure with themselves. Like that's why I don't like cancel culture. Another reason, but it's the people who don't even feel the way that person could have made someone who was dealing with what they're dealing with. I don't know how to explain it.
So you feel like some, maybe not all, because I feel like some of them probably didn't get offended, but it's not all LGBTQ.
I feel like majority of it isn't people who
are a part of that community.
That are giving him that backlash.
That got upset.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of times that's people who just hop on the bandwagon, and I'm 100% sure someone that is of that felt a type of way and said some things, but I really think the overall majority are people who have nothing to do with that.
It's almost like, because I feel like a lot of stuff happens on Twitter too. So you see a tweet, you scroll, you see it, I'm going to respond to that. And then somebody responds to that, and then somebody responds to that. So it's a lot of just hopping on. Like
I have first-hand knowledge of that.
Somebody hopping on the bandwagon with the slander.
Yeah. Firsthand. I told you about it.
Yeah.
It's a sad day. It was a sad day. When I said in the first comment, by the time it got to comment 100 and whatever, I hate black women.
But that's not really how he felt, guys.
It's not how I felt. It's not how I feel.
That was,
what?
That's it. Not at that day. Sometimes he might.
At that time, yeah.
No, just kidding. But that was the message at the end of the post. How people can just take it and run with it.
Yeah, and actually read, like you said, they're reading the above post. No one's going to the original post.
Yeah.
Like, no one's looking at that. They're looking at the repost, the newest comment. Like, no one's going that far to read and, like, go through the descriptions and things like that. So
and see that it was a reply to this reply to this reply. They got you way down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now you agree with the person that you comment around it. Yeah, it's tough. Social media sucks.
Yeah. And guess what? I still work out to the baby. I mean, he's still on the playlist. He didn't get taken off. He's still in rotation. So I guess I'm helping him with his coins, his bag. But yeah, he'll be all right. And he got another the baby, the girl, the biggest. That's what Danny Lay posted. He got a baby on the way.
Getting a baby. Another one.
Another one. DJ Khaled. So
that whole
it gets messy. I just feel like.
It's too much. It's too much. Like, it's too many people who... So, me personally, I don't speak about something I have no idea about. I just shut up.
Yeah.
And, like, if I do talk about something, it's because I actually know someone who, has gone through whatever situation or whatever. But, yeah, if I don't know something, I just shut up. And I let the people who know it tell me how they felt or why they felt that way. I never assume feelings for anybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a crazy world.
Tough.
Crazy social media.
Social media is crazy how it can be so good and then so detrimental as well. Like it's two complete total opposites, you know? And it's unfortunate.
Speaking of social media, I got some shit to talk. I want to talk about some shit.
Go ahead.
I don't like social media or people who are on your social media who act like they support you, but then go out of their way to support the other person doing what you're doing, even though they said that, or they say that what you're doing is, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I'm mad. Like, it's in my mind. I can't probably, like, explain it.
So, if you start a car wash and somebody's like, oh, that's dope. I fucks with your car wash. Like, it's legit. Like, I see you doing your thing. I got you. Anytime you need something, I got you. Right? That sort of thing. Right? And then some months down the road, somebody else says, I want to start a car wash. I don't know how to get started. Let me start a car wash. Then some other people are like, oh, that's dope. I can help you start your car wash. And all the while, like...
Yes and no.
No?
Yes and no. That's something I have dealt with. But I guess I'll use the car wash analogy.
Yeah. I don't know where the fuck the car wash is. I guess I need to wash my car, y'all. I don't know where I got that.
So, say someone is needing to wash their car, right?
Okay.
They've been needing to wash their car for months. You come up with a car wash, and they sit there for months and say, I'm going to come get my car washed at your car wash.
Okay.
Then someone else's car wash comes up. Maybe across the street, a little adjacent. But you fuck with that car wash, too.
Yeah.
Like, y'all is cool.
Yeah.
And they go to
y'all
that car
know
wash.
each other. Yeah, you help them with a business plan, maybe.
Yeah, and then they go to that car wash.
As soon as it opens.
As soon as it opens. But they've been saying for X amount of months, I'm going to come to your car wash.
So how do you handle that?
Fuck that. I don't know.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I feel like I'm annoyed.
I feel
annoyed.
like you might pop their tire if they came to your car wash.
They might not be able to come in.
Now they banned from your car wash.
Yeah, they might not be allowed to ever come to the car
Go
wash.
ahead and get a year subscription over across the street that's adjacent.
Absolutely.
You're not coming to Cow car wash. I don't know.
La Studio car wash, maybe?
A little studio car wash. Cow, CC, Jeff Cow. Can't come to CC car wash.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's lame too. Like,
CC car wash?
No. Just the action. That action. That might be a thing. Let's work on that.
Okay. Yeah. I don't. Why do people do that?
I don't know. And it's getting to the point, and I have many examples.
So, let me ask you a question before you go dive into your many examples. Would you rather somebody not even tell you, I'm going to come to your car wash? If you're not going to do it, then just don't do it. Do you feel like it's like, why fake support me? Is that the part of the point? Don't fake support me, just don't support.
Absolutely. What's the point?
Yeah.
Like what's the point? Like, and especially like if it's someone that you like, or people that you know, like you know them, like know them, and then they act as if you don't, and they choose to go in a different direction, which is perfectly fine. Like, I don't have a problem with that. That's not the problem. The problem is don't sit here and try to champion me on the internet, and then when it comes time to do shit, you don't do it.
They don't have your back.
Stay on your morals. Stick to what you say. Do exactly what you say you're gonna do.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's almost like I'd rather you not. Don't even say you are gonna do X, Y, and Z if you have no intention of doing X, Y, Z. And then I think, I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth, or like I try not to. I don't want to throw this out there and make it become how you feel. If that. But I feel like it's kind of a slap in the face. Like, that's how but I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to make you feel that way if you don't feel that way. But
No,
I feel like it would be a little bit of a slap in the face. Like, damn, like, cause you're doing it in front of me. Like, it's almost like you don't, if you know that I'm going to see you go over to that car wash because I'm standing by my car wash sign. So you see, it's almost like you look at me and then drive into the car wash. So then I kind of feel like you're doing it right in my face. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would bother me. I'd rather you not say it.
Yeah. I don't. For me, it's not a slap in the face because I don't care. Like I'm probably out of people that I like kick it with on a continuous basis. I'm probably the last person who's gonna give a fuck about anything you do, right? And I don't care, to be honest, but I just see things and I use those things, and a lot of people burn bridges by doing that. Like people don't understand. Like it's very important to keep the bridge there, whether some shit happened that was bad, as long as it wasn't physically done to you or traditionally mentally done to you, or whatever the case may be. You should keep that bridge there because you never know. You never know.
Absolutely.
And I hate fake people. I hate people who sit on social media and act as if there's something there and not.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Big cap.
Annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
And then sit out for handouts the whole time. Like they act like they're someone they're not, and then when something real life happens, they get on the internet and just paragraph it out. Like you gotta relax.
Look, let me tell you something. I'm only paragraphing for birthdays. That's it. You give you a little birthday shout out, I'll paragraph it. But that's just too much.
It is too much. And some of the podcasts is like helped me do is not because I used to like if someone did something to me that I thought I felt slighted, I'm coming for your head.
Oh.
Immediately.
So
now I'm even killed.
Yeah, you've mellowed.
1000%. I'll be on 10.
Used to be on 10.
Used to be on 10.
But you still got it in you if somebody pulls it out, right?
Facts.
Yeah. They don't ever completely go away.
At all. Because I wanted to go on 10, but then I was like, let me chill.
Yeah.
let me chill. Because that's
Let
some
it
bullshit.
ride. Let it ride. And then, what is the saying? Calmer heads prevail. Is that the saying?
It sounds right.
Yeah, some shit like that. Like, just keep it. Cooler heads prevail, something like that.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, just, don't sweat. Don't sweat it.
I'm not worried about it.
Our car wash is gonna be jumping. Let me tell you something. 6 City, LA, whatever it is, the car wash gonna be jumping.
It is funny, like, I don't know if I'm pronounced. I don't know if should there be some kind of like punctuation with the LA, like Spanish wise. Like if you just read this,
LA.
would you read it? It just.
Yes, it should be punctuation because without the punctuation, it's a lost studio.
What's law? Does law mean the? In Spanish?
So it could be either whatever you want it to be.
Huh?
Law would be if it was a feminine word, right? So la studia.
It's really a V turned upside down with some tape across it, to be honest with you guys.
So it should be California, right? But this was a yeah. But yeah.
We're not gender specific in the studio.
Yeah, we're not.
We're not gender specific. Specific.
Specific.
Specific.
Specific.
There you go.
Not the ocean. That's Pacific.
Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
You learn things on here, y'all.
Exactly.
What was there was something else, right?
So,
what was the question?
yeah, it was kind of shifting gears. This is kind
Completely,
of
but fuck those people who
not coming to
who
a car wash.
who went to a different car wash. Fuck it.
Yeah, adjacent.
You're not allowed to come here. Fuck your cars too.
Hope you roll over a nail. Hope that you know how it glides you in. Hope it pop. You hit the turn your wheel a little bit to the left.
I hope
and
the
it
dirt
pops.
sticks and you can never get it washed off. This is how I feel.
I hope your rearview mirror gets knocked off by one of the.
That's ironic as fuck. Anyways, go to the next story before I get into some stupid shit.
So totally switching gears. We had a little petty moment. Petty.
It was more petty than you know.
Yeah, a little petty moment. Switching gears, talking a little bit about relationships. So there was a post on social media. It was a guy basically saying that he prefers women that are between the ages of 21 and 24 because women older than that are stuck in their ways. So, what are your thoughts about women being in their older 20s, early 30s, and older, whatever, you feel like when you meet somebody in that age range that they are stuck in their ways?
I'm gonna answer this lightly, but with intent.
Ooh.
So there has to be more context to that as well. It's like it can't just be that. Like you can't, unless he was saying, or that person who said that, basically said like those type of women he likes because they're not stuck in their ways, they're easy to mold, or whatever the case may be. What I'm saying is,
They're naive.
yeah. What I am saying is, I've come across women from ages 21 to 47. Mm-hmm. And there are similarities in all of them, mm-hmm. and there are differences in all of them.
Okay.
I can't speak to an age group
Yeah.
or a mindset.
Okay.
Because you could be 23 and be on your shit,
Yeah.
or you could be 47 and a bum.
Facts. And that is the same way when it comes to men. Let me tell you. I've experienced the same thing. I've experienced younger guys that have been on their shit, and I've experienced older guys not on their shit and playing a whole bunch of games, you know? So I completely agree with what you say. I do feel like, again, I don't know, that's the extent of the post, so I don't know if there was more detail, you know, somewhere else, floating around somewhere else. But I do feel like generally when people get older, they have experienced more
And they
things.
move a little different.
Yeah, and they've moved a little different. So maybe not necessarily set in your ways, but you no longer might accept something that you accepted when you were younger. You know,
Like you never went through
manipulation. Yeah, like you went through something terrible, and you're setting boundaries for yourself, and I think that that's okay for anybody at any age. Like, set boundaries. Don't allow certain things. If it disrupts your peace, then it's okay. It's not necessarily that you're setting your ways. You're just not going to let anything disrupt what, you know, your growth and your work. And so that's just my opinion on it. I just feel like not necessarily setting your ways. And maybe whatever he was trying to do, these people just didn't put up with it. So he felt like they were set in their way. But I feel like it's just kind of establishing boundaries.
And then, you know, without any context to that post, right? Like, that could really be anything. Sometimes certain, I don't even use age groups, but I traditionally don't date people younger than me. That's usually something that I don't do, something I'm doing right now, but that's usually something that I don't do. Mm-hmm. But in that kind of instance or that parameter, as far as like saying that, it could be also one of those things like, you know, if you're younger, you think men are supposed to be a certain way versus women older being a certain way. So younger women may be okay with you taking them out to dinner and whatever the case may be. But if you're a little bit older or whatever and you're independent and you really don't want someone to do that for you or whatever, you're like, I got my own shit, you don't need to do that, let's do something else.
Right.
Versus that kind of, you know, idea.
Right, and that could be a situation too. So that would be, you know, understandable. So again, I think it's a preference thing. Yeah, you know 1,000%. What I mean? Like you said, that you don't have to quote unquote put a age limit on it, because you can find somebody that likes the same thing that's older or younger. I had some great sex by somebody that was younger. It was amazing. Amazing. Top 3. And I'm 37, so I'm just gonna put that out there. Like,
what was the age difference?
It was like 7 years.
It's not a huge age difference.
It was a big age difference.
How old were you at the time?
Woo.
she was like, yesterday, 37.
No, he wasn't 30. I was in my mid.
Your sister late.
I was in my mid-20s range.
Mid-20s range.
Yeah. I was like 26.
You were 26 and he was 7 years.
Yeah, he was younger. Yeah.
Okay.
It was an accident. Shit was bomb.
She said it was an accident.
It was an accident. It was an accident. I didn't even mean for that to happen. It's supposed to go totally different route.
What y'all supposed to like? What was supposed to happen?
I was supposed to hook him up with my little sister. I was supposed to hook him up with my little sister, and the shit just didn't go that way. And then once I got some of it, I was like, oh no, this is on me. She wouldn't know how to handle this. She was younger. You know, she was a teenager. She was what? 16, 17? Nah, she didn't need nothing about it. She didn't need that. 17. I got it. That was like 26, 27.
Nothing bigger difference after that?
No, I've never had a bigger difference after that.
7 years.
I mean, but now, like, so if I'm 37 and he's 30, that doesn't sound bad. But when you know, it's still
bad,
7 years, but I mean, I had to buy my own drinks. But I mean, this is a safe place, right? Like, okay, this happened like over
I'm
10
gonna get a
years
safe
ago.
place banner somewhere.
Yeah, it's a safe place. So that's why I'm letting y'all in on it. It is what it is. It happened. It's a part of my life. This is a safe place. I love y'all for not judging me. But let me tell you something. He was in my top 3, and he still holds that spot. Still holds it.
You know where he's at?
I do actually. He within the last couple of years, he actually reached out. He was like, "Hey, yo, B, I've been trying to find you." I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that again. You know, I was fresh out the boards. You know, I was a bit vulnerable at the time. You call me in a good place. Now, I need you to stay where you at. I ain't gonna double back. I ain't spinning the block. I'm not spinning the block. Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Good times.
Great times.
Great
Sounds
times. Yeah. We used to be going off my ass buying underage drinks and shit. We used to be going off the Henny and the Incredible Hulk.
The Hypnotic and the Hennessy?
Yeah, we used to be going. That was our drink to get us right. It was on and popping. Shout out to shout out to him.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. We can get into other details because remember I told you last time that we need to bring back our Freaky Thursday. So we can, get into some details.
If you want to,
A little bit.
I'm here for it.
On another. Not today. I wasn't ready. I got to get my content ready. And I got some drinks in my system. I'm sober.
So highest age versus lowest age. Like how high are you gonna go age wise at this point in your life? Not the blowout.
Blowout. I don't even know. So I feel like as you get older, like you definitely change as far as what you're attracted to, right? So I am kind of. So I'm 37. I would say late 40s probably. However, I've been attracted to, I think, men that are older than that. Like, the silver fox look is kind of like attracted to me. Like, I like little peppery, little gray.
Pepper.
Yeah, peppery grayish. Like, that's kind of hitting a little bit different now that I'm getting older, Yeah, Pretty Boys is out. Like, the pepper is in. The salt and pepper is in. The silver foxes is in. Yes.
So
Now
age.
I said about like late 40s.
Late 40s.
But I feel like I've been attracted to older people than that. But generally I try to I probably go 10 years up maybe. I don't think that I would go.
You're not talking 55?
Nah, I'm saying 55. I'm trying not to get close to my parents' peers.
Yikes.
My parents are 60. I'm trying not to get close to their peers, I'm trying to
They might know each other from back in the day.
Yeah, like if you graduated between 64, 64. Wait, when did they graduate?
79.
70.
64, I was like, 80?
No, 70. I said their age. If you graduated between 74 and 79, I probably can't do it. But down, so I probably could go 10 years older than me. If I went down, I think it probably only like 5 years down. can't go too far down.
I believe that as well.
But I don't mind a younger guy, and I feel like, I don't like about 5 years younger. 32. That's it.
32. Why are you squinting?
Is there somebody younger? Who's younger than that? Am I lit? Who?
Never
You
mind.
can go ahead and say it.
No, I mean, we ain't had this conversation in a while, but you definitely said upper 20s.
But that was probably a couple years ago, though.
That's what I'm saying. We haven't had this
Yeah,
conversation in a
yeah.
while. He was like, I like the 20s.
I like the-
I was sticking to the 20s.
Yeah, I did like a couple years ago. Probably I liked like 29.
A couple years, though, 20s.
29, yeah. 29 was like younger than that.
I think he was still around my age. Like, he went back 10.
I mean, not dating. There are some like 25-year-olds that can get it. That's different.
That is completely different.
That is completely different.
1000% different.
There is some 25-year-olds that can get the business. I throw it back queen on a 25-year-old.
Anyway.
Oh, wrong episode. It's coming.
Not the throw it back queen.
Throw it back queen. I just made that up. Yeah. So, safe place.
Safe space.
Safe space, guys. That's what y'all told me. When Calvin invited me on the episode for the first time, when I was just a guest, he said this is a safe
A safe space.
space. Okay?
And every guest that's been involved with this podcast knows it's a safe space. Safe space.
Yeah, I'm down with a little adult activities with like mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
Yeah. But we not. Some be trying to like lock me down and stuff. Like, that's not what I'm here for. No, sir. This is not what we talked about.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, actually.
But yeah. Sorry, we kind of got off track.
Well, that's on the track. The train was supposed to hit there, and the train was supposed to go in the direction. Like, it wasn't, no, the track was there. Like, it even said, we even passed a sign that said some bullshit on the way.
Mm-hmm.
We just wasn't watching the sign.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't know.
So, 7 years difference is your biggest difference.
Yeah. What's your biggest difference?
Well, I was waiting for that. I'd say 14 years.
14 years? Wow. And how old were you?
So it was a situation with someone when I was 21. They were 33. And a situation when I was, 23 and they were 39.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Okay, so I should.
Both married now. Congrats. Happy
Shout
for y'all.
out. Shout out. What's their names? Let's shout
No,
them out.
that's something we're not going to do. One is very involved in the church now, and I don't got time.
So I shouldn't feel so bad then.
Absolutely not.
Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better. Yeah.
Cold world.
Cold world. But it was the top 3. Were they in your top 3?
Maybe I'm trying to space this out, so like we can probably move to a different subject. Maybe one of them.
Maybe one. Okay. And before we move on to different subjects, the reason that I asked you, so we've touched on it. I think I touched on it a little. I did touch on it when we had the freaky Thursday conversation. When I don't know if you remember or any of the listeners remember when I spoke about how receiving oral sex is so much better when somebody enjoys what they're doing. You know, not just doing it to do it, but they actually enjoy it and they're doing it to give pleasure. Like, he was the first person, and he was younger, he was the first person to not just do it because I wanted it done or just do it so that you can get some head back. Like, he did it because he loved it, and that shit blew me out. That's why I was like, oh, no, this is mine. My sister cannot have any of this. I'm being so stingy right now. Like, this all me. And I had a good old summer that summer. Before he joined the military. I had a good old summer. Before he went off, joined the military, we rocked hard. Yeah.
How did it end? Well, I mean,
Well,
let's end with this conversation. Like, how did it end? And then you tell us about yours. I'll tell you about mine. And then what's next after this? Actually, what's next?
Those are the only things I have.
What's next?
We'll figure something.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
So mine ended. So I actually lived in San Antonio at the time. Like I said, I had been divorced a little bit over a year, so I was not really looking for anything at the time. He was in town for the summer visiting his grandparents, so his grandparents stayed in the same neighborhood as I did.
She's so happy right now. She's thinking back. Like, she was like, she's curling her hair.
I got my hand on my chest, I got the hand.
She's so excited. She's just reminiscing, like, oh my god.
I've been waiting till this time. Waiting for the ass. No, not really. But I just think it's funny because the age, and it's my homegirls. When I lived in San Antonio, they knew about it, and they were like, because they were all dating older men. And I was like, y'all sleep on these young ass dudes. Like, y'all really don't know that I'm getting my back blown out right now. So yeah, he was getting ready to go to the military. So that's really how it ended. Like, I knew that it was only like a summer thing, which was good for me too. Like, because sometimes that's all you need. Like, like I said, I had been out of my divorce for a little over a year, and just my emotional state, like, I was not ready to jump back into anything serious. So he was there for that time, so it was summer, we spent a good summer together. Then he joined the military, and he went off into the sunset until he tried to resurface like a couple of years ago. But like I said, I told him I'm not spinning the block. Like, you good, do your thing. And I think he was married.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But he definitely tried to spin the block. He was like, remember when we used to do yada yada yada? I was like, boy, not today. But yeah. So that's how it ended. He went to join the military, the army, I think.
I think those things are best served in portions.
Yeah.
And not sizes.
Okay. Okay. I can concur. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all what she was looking like when she's like, she had her hand on her chest. I've never seen Brittany with her hand on her chest, and just her smile. She was glowing. She was
not
on some.
Glowing. I am not about to play.
Because she was like, I might call him back. Honestly.
You love us so much.
So for me, it was a work environment thing. Like, the dynamic was weird, but like, it ended because it needed to end at that point. Like, it was just like, yo, what are you doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
I might be looking for something. I know you're not. So there's no reason to act like you are. Type energy. And it's funny because like the two people that I referenced, one was the boss of the other.
Oh my God!
And I was on the team with the one person. Hey, listen.
You had a whole triangle.
Listen.
Was it within a certain period? Like
no. It wasn't like close like that. But it was definitely tiers to it. Like it was. There's three people involved.
Trying to get promoted?
No, it was after she wasn't my boss. But like, yeah, good times. It was good times. Great time. Fantastic time.
So you was in the office.
It came up because we worked in the office.
No, but I'm saying at one point you had several multiple people in the office?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! You cannot just be passing it out like that in the office.
If you worked there for 4 years, you know,
you can
divvy that up a little bit.
Oh no!
It was a crazy time. It was actually
Swinging in an office.
it was a great time.
Oh yeah,
Great time.
great.
Fantastic time. But like, yeah, it was definitely that energy. But it needed to end.
But
should've
was it ever awkward?
for who? Me? No.
You don't care.
For them? I don't know.
You do not even care.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you don't know. Like they never.
I think there is maybe
Because
one.
you know how females are.
I do know how female.
So if
There was probably one kind of awkward thing with them. I don't know, but it was probably at one point some kind of sub diss thing that was happening that I was maybe aware of, but like I tried to pretend I wasn't. Like I don't care. Yeah, maybe something like that.
oh wow, dang, they in the office fighting over you. Look at
Nah,
you.
I would even like it. Listen, the me you know now is not the me that existed those years for sure, 1,000%. But like, had anyone done anything crazy, like it would have been no one got me. I would have just got somebody else. Like, leave me alone.
I cannot. So look, this is what it is. Like,
Yeah,
do you
like-
want it or not? Then I need you to chill.
Correct.
Oh wow.
1,000%.
Oh wow. Okay. Go ahead and run the office then.
That was a crazy life. That was
That
just
is
crazy.
funny. That is hilarious.
I know y'all didn't ask for this, but this is what you got today.
I know. I mean, you know what? I feel like some of this conversations, how it goes a little, we go off on a tangent, makes the best podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely
1,000%.
interesting.
And I'm just trying to like cover myself for like the 20th episode because like that's important too. The rule of 10.
Yeah.
Raven's supposed to be back. Like
Yeah.
that's there's going to be change from 20 to 30. It's going to happen. Right? So I'm excited for the rule of 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rule of 10 the first time didn't go well. It just didn't
It
go.
was, yeah.
Technically, we're already at 20 episodes, but there might be at some point in the future where that's released because it was recorded.
Yeah.
The whole thing from start to finish. It's tough.
Yeah, it was. And then we can have a Q&A. Drop your comments in below on who are y'all feeling? Who are y'all feeling? Cause no, I'm just kidding.
No, it was tough. It was tough.
Yeah.
And then again, I just want.
But everything. I am a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. I feel like it was definitely it forced us to address things. You know, things that may.
Yeah.
And you've done this before, so you know you were like, okay, I don't want it to get to X, Y, and Z, and there be feelings, you know, that we and a lot of it was just miscommunication. You know what I mean? Like, we were able to, hey, let's nip this in the bud right here. This is
Absolutely.
something we're going to continue, you know, and go from there. But definitely, so it's even though it was 10 episodes ago. Like, there's been a lot of growth
Yeah.
in between that time. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the point.
Yeah,
That's always been the
absolutely.
point. Like the only reason I even say the rule of 10 is like because you can get stagnant.
Yeah.
Even today's episode, I was tired.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
tired.
Me too.
Everyone in this room is tired.
Yes.
Like it's just
I was like, damn, I hope I don't yawn. I'm in yawning.
I gotta do it. Like it's that.
And I don't think it's more of that because I think we definitely enjoy, you know, what we do. We enjoy having conversations and discussions about and everything. But I think sometimes life, you know, just can wipe you out, and so just like, oh, so not oh, as oh we gotta do this again, but just like, oh, it's been a day,
Yeah,
or oh, it's
absolutely.
been a week, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, and I anytime someone does come to me with any like, I guess I would say podcast questions, right? I just tell them like, just have people who want to do it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people do it for the hype. They want to do it just because everyone else is doing it. Whatever case may be, right? I'm not saying this podcast is any different. Well, I mean, it's different, but like,
It definitely is.
it's not.
It's fun.
The people who are a part of it want to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
And
100%.
it's important to find people that want to be a part of it
Yeah.
and trying to like come up with a strategy to like do it.
Yeah.
One thing, Marissa did hit me up at this point, and I told her, I was like, I have no problem setting up things for you, but find people that you feel are trustworthy.
Yeah.
Because going through that transition is tough. You're gonna feel like shit for a little bit, just because like, damn, did I do something wrong?
Yeah. And like you said, people will hop on the wave just because it's a wave, right? And then sometimes when things get low, people disappear, right? It could have very well been a situation that we had where it could be like, I'm out, I'm not having, and it wasn't that case, so you're 100% right. When going into something like this, and if it's something that you really want to do, definitely got to find people that want to do it with you and are
Absolutely.
riding it with you. Like we riding this thing out, and seeing where, because the avenues are endless. It could go very, very far, but you've got to have a solid group with you. So
You gotta have people that want to do it with you.
Yeah.
Like it, and I don't mean that in the sense of like telling people what they should do. I just think that like people should want to be in this building.
yeah,
Like, I think people should
want to be a part
and see what it looks like.
Not obligated, not feeling obligated, or not feeling like, like I said, a lot of people do things because it looks good, right? You see other people doing it. Oh, I want to do that, but do you
really? Is that even what you want to do?
Yeah, have you even thought about that? And one thing that I talked to you about when I first was a guest on the show, and especially because 2020, so I was a guest at the end of 2020, and 2020 I had been through a lot, with my mental, emotional and
You had
depression.
a lot to say.
Yes, I had a lot to say, but one of the things, that I wanted to, because I feel like, I feel like it's out a little bit more, but Black culture, Black community, a lot didn't talk about mental health a whole lot, and depression, and it being okay. It's open to taking therapy, and therapy is not a negative thing, So that was something that which we could talk to offline too. Like I still have that passion of wanting to,
absolutely.
talk about stuff like that, So it was. So then you invited me onto the podcast. It was still a platform. It's something that I, had thought about, but I mean, I kind of went off on a tangent again, but I just
that's
say
the
that
point
to
of this
say
episode. We're gonna call it tangent.
tangent. Yes, I just say that to say you saw in me, somebody that does want to talk about things and has a passion for discussing different things and stuff like that, and it's important. And so, good luck to. And yeah, absolutely, and we definitely are supporters of, you going out and doing big things. I feel like if you reach one person, like you're doing what you're supposed to do.
We're gonna get Marissa. She's gonna be a part of something big. Like me and her are gonna talk. She just hit me back saying she's out of town at the moment. I think so. She just said, "Yeah, I'm gonna hit you," because I don't do the texting thing. I don't do the texting. I don't do the messages thing. Let's sit down. Whether it be a video chat or whether it be in real life. Like, I'm a big person of like having that kind of conversation versus a text or a message. Like, I'm not that person.
Because a lot of that can get easily misconstrued.
Like, you could say something like, reading tone is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way in hell I know what your tone is just because you typed a certain word.
Yeah. I feel like unless you know that person. Right? Like, I feel like if you...
Even that, I think...
Sometimes it can. Like, I feel like my cousin, I feel like my sister, like, they know if I text a certain way, they know my sarcasm. They know... You know what I'm saying? They know if I'm serious, they know when I'm not, they know when I'm joking. But not everybody does. And, my personality is I joke around a lot. Like, I'm really not... I'm not serious a whole lot. So this actually happened... and it's so unfortunate. So earlier, it was actually this year, at the beginning of the year, there was a group of girls. Now, some of them I had just met, and we were gonna all take like a little girls trip or whatever. But COVID was still going on pretty
Still
big.
popping.
Yeah, still popping. And one of the girls was like trying to be out in the streets, and then it was about to be for my birthday. And I was like, okay, you coming with us out of town? I'm gonna just need you to quarantine, 2 weeks before my birthday. And she got really offended. Like, but I'm like sarcastic. Like, I'm like, girl, you got to sit down somewhere. That's how I talk. But this was in a group text. I'm like, girl, you have to sit down somewhere. I don't know how she took that. But she was messaged another girl offline. It was like, y'all can just go without me. I don't remove me from the group. Like, she would rock. And then the other girl, she's a no-nonsense person. She's like, done. Took her ass out of the group. We ain't talked to her since. But I'm a joking person. Like, I was just like, girl, sit down.
That's the biggest problem when it comes to that, right? Like, you expect people, like, in the person that you were talking to, do you guys have multiple personal in-person conversations? Like,
we have been around each other in a group setting probably like 3 or 4 times in a group setting. We were friends on not friends. We're on social media, on each other's social media, because we're not really friends. And so we've seen posts and had conversation, and and I'm the type of person, like, I'm really trying to like help you. Like, I'm like, oh girl, do this, and I have a book that you can read to help you with it. So had conversation dialogue like that, but never have been around each other in a group setting. So no, she does not know that I'm a joking person. So yes, she could easily take. And I was like, girl, I'm just, I be playing a lot, but it was already done, a done deal, and she was gone.
So I mean, it's important.
So I was just saying, so I can understand how you say like shit can get taken out of context, because that definitely happened. And we don't even talk to that girl anymore.
1,000%. I don't text, like, unless it's like a short, like, I'm here, I'm on the way. Okay, that's all I do. I don't text. I don't have meaningful conversations with people, not in person or via video chat. Like, even when it comes to the podcast, anyone who I personally don't know who wants to be a part of it, there's still the process. Like, not only do you have to give me a call, we're gonna talk on the phone. We're gonna just talk. We go on video chat. And then you can come on here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel comfortable having text messages with people. No matter who they are, no matter what circumstances there are, because I know that reading tone is impossible. It doesn't matter if you're a joker outside of the text, doesn't matter if you're a serious person outside of the text. Like, text, you cannot read tone, and people try to read tone and then use that to expand as far as saying like, yo, you was being crazy in the text. Like, what did I say? Oh, you said okay instead of okay. Like, what?
Okay. Like, that's, if you say okay, then you got to add 3 Y's. Okay?
Like, you're reading tone, and that's not how tone is meant to be explained.
Okay. And then if you mean you want to put some emphasis, you got to put claps in between your sentences. Like, you got.
I love you. LUV is different from LU. I can't spell LOVE.
Yes,
like that. That's different, and that's a tone. It's not a I don't subscribe to that.
Let me tell you, it is.
I don't subscribe to that.
If we are dating, I need you to spell the shit out, because if you put LUV, I'm gonna put LUV. I kind of do it as a respect thing too. Like, so I have guy friends that, I love them. I'm not in love with them, but I love them.
Oh Lord,
so,
this is why I'm out the text game.
So I will, I'll tell my homeboys LUV, love ya, and I say yuh too, because I don't want any confusion. Like, I don't want your girl to look at your phone and think that there's I'm really trying to be respectful, but I do have love. Like, this is my boy. Like, I have love for this person. So love you, whatever. I'm gonna do some white hearts or some blue hearts. I'm not gonna do a red heart. I'm not gonna give you a red or pink heart, because I don't want it to be any.
Listen, I'm glad I don't text. I don't got time. I don't have time.
I'm going to be clear, because I'm not gonna have no female calling my phone at 3:00 in the morning and talking about, you said love you. Yes, bitch, I said it with the UB. Okay,
it's different.
YA, LUVYA. I don't want your man. Okay, just be clear. So that is different.
I don't subscribe to any of that. Like I don't text anyone who sends me a message that really needs to talk about something. It's like call me. When can I call you? Like I'm free. Let's do that. Like I'm not about to have a whole text conversation with a person. Like I just don't see that. Like I don't want to do it.
See, for me, I'm a texter. I am a texter only because I can do multiple things and communicate with you. If I get on the phone, although granted we have AirPods and earbuds and all that stuff. The earbuds for those Androids, I don't know what y'all use.
Shots fired.
I don't know what people would use. However, we got AirPods and there's Beats and shit like that. However, I just feel like it's quicker for me to just bloop 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 send you a text than you to call me. I gotta answer. I rather.
Yeah, I just prefer conversation.
And then I need you to, if you were close enough to me, then my text game, and you know what the fuck and you know when I'm serious, and you know when I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, I just don't subscribe to that idea. Like, as far as, like, texting, I'm just not a texter. Because I've seen it go wrong so many times. Like, I've seen it go so wrong with people that I really, really fuck with people.
Oh, okay. See, I don't feel like it's gone wrong with anybody that I really, really fuck with. And even if there is... So, sometimes I'll send a message, and after I send it and read it, I'll be like, okay, that sounded... So, I'll double back with another message, just be like... I meant this, right? Like, just so there's no confusion. Like, so I feel like I don't allow it to get misconfused, except for that one girl, and she needed to be out the group anyway. I mean, she needed to be out the group. Everybody knew it was at some point it was gonna be time. Like, she was gonna be out the group, so it just happened to be
out the group.
Yeah, she needed to be out the group. It is what it is. Her time was up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, I can't text. Like I can text, but I just prefer not to. And I tell everyone this. It's not like this is a random thing I do and I have done for years. Like I tell people, like, yo, I'm just not texting. If you want to tell me something, just call me.
Yeah. I mean, I can dig it.
Just call me. That's all you have to do. I'm gonna pick up the phone, and if I don't pick up the phone, then I'll send a text.
If you don't pick up the phone, you'll call them back, though?
Yeah, 1,000%. But like, I'll tell you why I didn't pick up the phone. Anyone who calls me and I miss their call, like,
I'm doing this. I'm gonna call you back.
Hey, I'm gonna do this, but you're gonna get a call back for sure.
Yeah, I can
for sure.
It.
Can you attest to that?
You did it today.
Yay!
I'm in Subway.
Speaking of Subway, let's talk about fucking Subway.
Oh yeah.
So we have gotten the habit of traditionally starting the podcast at 8:00. Like, we all get here around 7 something, no matter whatever the case is, guest here or not. But I get off at 6. I literally forgot that I needed to get an SD card to record this. So I ran to Walmart. No checker. There's no one there for me to purchase anything. I grabbed the SD card. Eventually got someone to purchase it, or someone as a cashier to actually take my money, and then I go to the Tech Rich area, and the funniest thing in the world, there's a Subway there, and I shouldn't have said Tech Rich because that's kind of fucked up. But I don't know their name, so it could be any employee there.
Employee. And you should have just rolled right past that.
And I was the
fact that you stopped. Okay, go ahead.
And I was just gonna go to the HEB. Everyone knows where Tech Rich is, and if you don't, you probably just don't live around here, or the case may be. But I was gonna go to HEB, get me a salad and some soup, like I always do. That's good for me. But I decided to go to Subway just because I thought it would be more convenient. So the oldest white couple I've ever seen in my life is in the line, but they can't walk the line, or whatever the case may be. And they have to sit on the side or the edge of the Subway line or whatever. And they're getting their sandwiches made and whatever the case may be. And then the sandwich specialist? Is that the name? Sandwich specialist or whatever the case may be. Shorty was out of her mind high. She was out of there.
The person that makes it is a sandwich specialist?
I think
they have a name?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Specialist?
Look it up.
I never,
Sandwich specialist. That's what it's something like
like
that.
a mixologist.
Yeah, but for sandwiches. But
Doctor.
they specialize in sandwich making.
Yes, keep going.
So Shorty was out of her mind high, right? I'm probably one of 3 people in line. They're getting all the sandwiches wrong as you tell them. Like you're telling her, yo, I want the whatever bread. She brings out the bread. It's not the bread you asked for. I want ham. She brings out turkey and vice versa. And you so confused. It's like, did I just say something crazy? But it was just the weirdest experience I've ever had at Subway. But I knew it was going to be because of like how I felt about going to it versus going to HEB and get what I normally get. Just crazy. Is it sandwich specialist?
A person who makes sandwiches is a sandwich maker.
At Subway, it's different.
Oh, because I Googled what you call a person who makes a sandwich, and Google said a sandwich maker.
Subway. Let's see. Subway.
I was like, Google all that shit today.
Nigga, a sandwich maker.
What the fuck you thought?
I feel like that word, like if you go like Indeed or like look for a job, it's like sandwich specialist.
Okay, we'll have that answer for you guys in the next podcast. I see it. Yeah.
Go to just some random job site top in Subway. I promise you. Well, I don't promise you. I don't know. I feel like, but that's what they're called.
They might be a Subway specialist.
Oh, a Subway sandwich artist. On Indeed.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's the name.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's the name.
I see it. But they don't have bullshit. You know how they be trying to spice up the title.
Subway sandwich artist.
I'm sick of that. Did you feel like after you got your sub it was an art? A work of art?
I mean, she was nice to me.
No,
like
I
it was,
said the
it
sandwich
was everybody else that she was fucking
And what's
with.
the sandwich itself? Was it a work of art?
I mean, for me later it will be
Oh my god. That's disgusting.
artist.
Artist?
That's disgusting. Like
What
the
do you
sandwiches
mean?
look good.
What do you mean it will be later? Oh, you haven't eaten it yet?
Yeah.
I thought you had already ate it.
Oh no!
And you were saying
It's right
it
there on the
would be- I was
stove.
like, that's gross.
It's on the stove. I haven't eaten it yet.
I was like, I do not want to know about that.
Your art to the bathroom.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. It will be later. I was like, that's gross. Okay, clarity. He hasn't eaten it yet.
Shout out to Subway.
Shout out to Subway with your artists. But so she wasn't doing shit right in there.
For them. Like, I don't know. The funny is, the funnest line she did say, like, she's making my sandwich, she's like, this look good. I was like, thanks.
She probably met her
Actually-
one
actually
just
making it.
like that afterwards. Like, you know what? I'm gonna put all the same shit on there. What did you put on your sandwich? I just want to
So
know.
I get the same sandwich every time, which is the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sandwich.
Okay. Anything special on it?
For her, it might have been because she didn't
you
know
don't-
how to make it, so she was confused. But I was just like, put that on it. Yeah, put that too. Put that there. She didn't know what she was. It's crazy. It was the most
A
wild
wild
experience I've had. But like, it was like this. Literally, this 80-year-old couple looked like this ghetto. This girl, she was on her shit, high as fuck, just crazy. And then there was this other person that was working with her. She was high as fuck too, and they
Oh,
was trying to
damn.
like figure out
Oh, so the
like
So how long did it take you in?
good 25 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And I wanted to walk out, but I was too deep in. Like she had
Yeah.
she had got the meat to start off with,
Your meat. Oh, okay.
and they kept like going back. They kept going back and forth, like they didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, what sandwich was it? Shit, I don't like what.
Oh my god.
It was hilarious. It was
Shout
absolutely
out to the
hilarious.
artists doing their thing at Subway.
You could say an artist is someone who doesn't know what the vision looks like, no matter what you tell them, right?
This is true. watching the Olympics?
I have not. I
No?
have watched. This is gonna sound bad. I won't say watched either. Like I have looked at some Olympic events that I didn't know existed.
Oh, okay.
Paraplegic swimming.
Oh, nice.
I never knew that was a thing, nor did I know that table. What is it called? Ping pong, table tennis.
Oh yeah, I knew that was a
No, I knew that was a thing, but I didn't know paraplegic
table tennis.
table tennis was a thing.
Oh,
And I don't know if I'm saying that right. Like, if you don't have
certain ones.
arm, like you have one arm or a deformity to one,
Yeah.
and you only have one available arm.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sorry, guys. But I didn't know that was those are Olympic sports.
So I didn't know that was. Were they beasting?
From what I saw, they have their own kind of setup to where like it makes sense to them. Like I just
okay.
I don't know what the correct
It doesn't
words.
look.
and
It doesn't look like.
it's not the same thing.
It's not. Okay.
Like
Okay.
they can literally be two different sports
Oh, okay.
because of just the
I
way
was-
things work.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. That's what's up.
And I don't do the track and run thing either. Like I don't ever like do the
I
like
get-
running sports or
Oh yeah,
track and field and stuff like
I
that.
get amped when it comes to just the track. Like I'm not although I did shot put and discus when I was in school, but I'm kind of weird too because I played basketball, but I don't like watching girls basketball. Is that weird?
Why is that?
I don't know. I love playing it, but I just cannot. I don't know. I feel the same way about field events. Like I did them, but I don't really enjoy watching them. But I love track. I love relays. I love hurdles, and I love short distances. Like I love 100. I love 200.
I don't even know what that means. 200 meters from start to finish. Okay.
Yeah. So like the 100 meter dash or the 200, like I just like that.
I mean,
Like,
I don't
when
know
they
how
start-
far that is. Like
a
is that
straight
a quarter of it?
A 100 meter is a straight on a track, and a 200 is a curve in a straight. I like that. That's about it. As much as I really fuck with. Like you can do. Why y'all doing 2 laps? I really don't understand why you run 2 laps for fun. Like I run 2 laps because I have to, like to work out to stay healthy. But I'm not just gonna get out there and run. Let's go run 2 laps. What the fuck? I want to run a lap and then do something else. Let me do some weights. That's it. I'm just doing a warm up. That's it. But anyway, I like watching track. I like watching USA. Canada did their thing.
I don't even watch
Jamaica
USA
did their thing.
basketball like that. Like I don't even.
And see, I love basketball, but I don't watch basketball in the Olympics.
It's different. Like
I think so.
the line is closer and the rules are different. So it's not NBA basketball.
Yeah, maybe that's
And
what it is.
I don't even subscribe to
I
that.
did wake up
Is
the other
football an
morning.
Olympic sport?
Huh?
Is football? Oh.
No.
Okay.
Soccer, football,
Football?
That is.
We don't even like even
Did I say
people,
that right? Football.
even people who like soccer don't fuck with the Olympics for soccer. Like they send their youngest people in the universe. No one cares. But keep going.
Oh, I was just gonna say I did wake up at 3:00 the other morning. No, 3:30 a.m. to watch Simone live because I wanted to watch it live. I did not want to watch it replayed. Like it's something about knowing that she already. Like I couldn't wake up and see on Twitter or on social media that she got X, Y. Like, I wanted to see it, you know. So I did wake up. She was supposed to. It was 3:45 a.m. our time that she was supposed to do the balance beam. They didn't start till like 4. So I woke my son up. We watched it together. We watched her do that. So, but that fucked my whole day up. Like I was dragging
lose?
ass at work. She had it, boy. She had the silver. Like I watched it from start to finish. All 8 of them. All 8 of the gymnasts.
Mm-hmm.
She had silver on lock until the 8th gymnast performed, and it was almost flawless. Like, so China was in first, Simone was in second, until the last one competed, and she was damn near flawless. So China got first and second, and she got third. But she still got a medal, you know. And then I went straight to Twitter, and guess what? People still talking shit. Like it annoyed me. Like I was, like I'm like,
That falls back into the cancel culture thing.
I know.
Like-
That's what made me think of it. Like,
Like,
I was so excited to see what they're saying on Twitter, and everybody was like, "Oh, so she can't do group events, but
That's
she
what
can
I'm
do
saying,
something
like-
for herself." So that doesn't seem selfish. Oh, she's y'all's GOAT, and she got the bronze. Like, she's
That's
one
what.
of
That's
it's the best
that's
in
the
the
whole point
world.
of.
Like,
That's the whole
she's-
point of
you
saying
know, like-
cancel culture and why I don't agree with it. It's the people who can't do what the person
Yes.
is doing, talking about it.
Yes, that's what somebody said back to one of them. Like, okay, and what can you do? Why aren't you over in the Olympics?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and if people would,
I had to log off. I was like, I'm going back to bed.
if people would sit there and say that to the individuals who have shit to talk about artists like the baby, right? Like, if someone was in those comments like, "All right, are you gay?" and the person would be like, "No, I'm not gay, but I fight for them." What do you do?
Yeah.
Like, what gives you, like, why are you fighting for this? Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? It's the same thing. Like, what do you do? And that's a positive and a negative situation.
You know, what I was thinking when he first said that, and not to harp on the baby or backtrack, but when I first heard him say it, I was like, well, what if he did have, people that are part of that community in the crowd? Like, how does that make? Or maybe, what if somebody did have HIV, like, in the crowd? Like, that's kind of shitty. Like, no, I don't particularly, but I'm like, damn, like, some of them might be your fans too. So, like, I was like, kind of like, that's just kind of how I thought about it. But yeah, but
sure.
I get what you're saying though. Like,
sure.
people just love to talk, and I think a lot of it is just hopping on the bandwagon, like you said earlier.
Absolutely.
But they pissed me off, and I was like, you know what? I done already lost my sleep. Now she came on at 4. It's 5 o'clock. I gotta be at work at 8. Let me go back and get an hour's sleep. I'm not about to work myself up reading these people that I don't know tweeting negative shit about her, and she minding her business, dealing with mental health issues, and y'all are not helping. Got me all worked up again. I was glowing a little bit ago. I had reminiscing.
Like young dick.
Yeah. So sick of you guys. So sick of you.
Yeah, a lot of people who really don't even support what they're fighting for exist, and that's what I believe the cancel culture is. It's people who are fighting for things they don't even believe.
Yeah.
At the same time. I guess we can get out of here. I don't have much else to say. I know it's late. Everyone's tired in the room. We got our most important episode coming up next.
Ooh, and we got Raven back in the building.
Allegedly, we'll hopefully get her back.
She better be back in the building.
We're gonna go get her.
Pick her up. We're gonna just go take the equipment over there.
Facts. There was something I wanted to say too. There was like one last thing I wanted to say, but I can't really think of it right now. I'll probably think about it after the episode, of course, and I'll probably say something next episode. But Brittany, you got your quote up. You bring me a quote? What you doing?
Yes, I got my quote. So we are going to end with this. Choose to be happy, develop gratitude, focus on the positive, and appreciate life with everything that it brings.
Dope.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
And this wraps up
does.
episode 19.
19.
We'll see you guys.
Not COVID. Knock on wood, guys.
Yes, not COVID. We'll see you guys episode 20.
Yes, we'll be back for episode 20, which is our check-in episode. So
Check-in.
we'll see what's next. Of course, there's some very important things that are on the way.
Okay.
The Can We Try It food show is on its way.
Can We Try It food show? You guys are going to have to tune in.
Absolutely.
We are super, super excited about that. Calvin will give you more details on all of that information, but just know that, like he said, the Can We Try It food show is on its way.
Perfect. And thank you guys for listening. This is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 19. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the night.